Okay. So, if you don't know the channel, I am in Maui. If you're not familiar with what has gone on for the past few days, the town of Lahaina kind of burnt down. It's one of the oldest towns in America. Kind of also historical relevance to Polynesia and Hawaii as a state, or as a kingdom of Hawaii. But that place has been burned down. I'll put a link in the description to an article that kind of is the best I've seen in terms of showing the devastation. Right now, I'm on what they call Haleakala Highway. This road has been down for several days. I recently just got power about a couple hours ago. Right now, it is almost 7 o'clock, and I still do not have running water. I live in the town called Kula. There was a big, huge fire that took out a few homes, and I had to be evacuated. In terms of the rest of the island, there's a town called Kihei. Their places were evacuated, but the major thing that happened to Maui is a place called Lahaina. And mainly historic Lahaina is what they call it. That is on the west side of Maui. That's where you have historical places like the Baldwin House, the Pioneer Inn, Lahaina Harbor, and the Banyan Tree too. It's a lot of history there. Whaling industry, more of not actual whaling, but as a kind of a mecca where people would go here in between whaling seasons and stock up, because this would be the best place to stock up when you're in the middle of the Pacific. That place has been leveled. Everybody I know has been is safe to some extent. There's a few people I haven't reached out, and they haven't reached out to me, but it has been hit and miss. This is the worst disaster I've ever seen for Hawaii. Our last major real disaster was in Niki back in early 90s, and it was one of the big, huge disasters of America too, along with like Andrew, if anybody remembers that, Hurricane Andrew and Hurricane Niki, like a first billion-dollar disasters of America. And this is something I've never seen before for the state. You know, we've gotten hurricanes and all that stuff, we've gotten tsunamis, but this is just complete, real big disaster on a scale I've never seen. A lot of loss of life. Currently, it's 36 confirmed deaths. And I am safe. I didn't lose. I mean, realistically, I subrent a house, and that burnt down. I kind of own a boat at Lahaina Harbor, but it was a recreational boat that I was like, my name was on it, and so that burned down too. I'm fine, but there's a lot of people that aren't. Like, we're talking about thousands of people. So this is where the fire is at Haleakala Highway. This is kind of when a lot of people thought of Kula, this was the fire they thought of. It's still kind of smoldering here a little bit, but this is the major route from Kahului to Haleakala. This is, you know, bikers would go down here, though bikers haven't done much, but it is pretty chewed up. This road has been closed for several days now, and it just looks like it's recently opened up. Everything seems to be opened up on central side of Maui. Hana, which is on the east side, has never really closed down. They're like the only place that's been fully not affected. Holy shit. But yeah, it's the Hanaupilani Highway, which is the highway, the main route from Kahului to Lahaina, is still closed only for emergencies and, you know, special occasions such as evacuating people. There is a house up there. I don't know if it sees, but it looks like they're okay, but you can see this is all pasture land. This is also all eucalyptus. So if you're Australian, you understand how bad that is too. If you don't understand, eucalyptus is a very oily tree. It is an invasive species in Hawaii. It has been brought over, but it is not. It's kind of like kindling, because it's a low flash point, I believe it is. That means it will ignite really low. And we also got some rain here, which is a godsend too. But yeah, in terms of me, I am fine. I know a lot of people that have been displaced. But this is a $1 billion, just trying to rebuild a town that is kind of a tourist spot of Maui, and it's going to affect probably everybody's lives in some way, because the state is saying, hey, don't come to Maui. It's like, no, please come to Maui. Like, we can't have another COVID situation where people are not coming to Maui because the economy is just not strong enough. We don't have anything else but tourism here now. The sugarcane left and all that, but it's please, if you plan on, do not cancel. Oh shit, 50. Please do not cancel your flight. If you're going to places like Wailea, Makena, or Kihei to stay, those are perfectly safe places. There is food coming through here. Kahului, which is the main town of Maui, where everything comes in. That's where we have our main harbor, Kahului Harbor, where cruise ships come in and cargo ships come in. So we have food and all that stuff. But the main issue is Lahaina and its devastation, and just trying to get people over there. Some state that it could be months before they even get like real connection over there, besides just like radio, as fiber optic cables have gone out to, and stringing them back up is really hard, as you're going through some wilderness that is not easy to get to. But yeah, I thought I would make this video just to say, hey, I'm okay. People on Maui are okay. Most people we're kind of resilient, I think, because there's so many things that happened over here, and just nobody just shrugs it off. But yeah, again, I'll post a link in the description to a website to show you kind of this devastation of historical Lahaina. If you have family in or know people that are in Lahaina, Lahaina is technically all of the west side of Maui, and that could be a little bit confusing. Oh shit, that kind of fell in. I don't know if that's picking up. It's a reservoir. That's wild, I think. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy here. I'm okay. Everybody I've contacted are okay. They're just displaced and all that. Everybody is helping everybody over here. But again, I think I'm just going to wrap up the video. But I'm okay. I'm safe. Everybody I know is safe. And you guys, be safe. Thank you.